This is a Headgum podcast.
Yeah, I can't drive.
You can't drive at all. No license.
Where are you from? Long Island?
No, I should be able to drive. I'm from Potomac, Maryland.
Oh,
there's
shit.
no. I have a license.
Comedy in DC.
I know.
Yeah.
I went to high school in DC,
Okay.
but didn't drive, so limited
Where'd you go to high
existence.
school?
Georgetown Day School.
Okay.
It was famously Obama was choosing between Sidwell or Georgetown Day School,
Yeah.
and it's not. Who's the Supreme Court justice? Kavanaugh went to Georgetown Prep, very different school.
Oh, I thought it was Georgetown Prep.
Yeah, it's very different. Georgetown Prep was an all boys.
Kavanaugh, a friend of the show or no?
Definitely.
No, he's
Let's
not.
trash him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
I love that when he cried about beer. Do you remember?
Oh,
He cried.
yeah, he did
showed
cry.
up drunk. He showed up literally drunk to Congress to give his "I'm not a beer addict" testimony, and he was like, "I love beer. I worked my ass off, and I love beer."
do you think that worked on anyone? Do you think anyone was like, I love beer too? There's nothing wrong with that.
I think. Obviously it worked. He's the greatest
Yeah.
Supreme Court justice we've ever.
Did you see this?
Who
Going to
else
come out
is-
too late. Kristi Noem just got fired.
Just got fired. Yeah.
Fuck, I've been trying to get her. Wait, who else is on the Supreme Court now? Like Tate. Andrew Tate's on there?
Yeah.
Andrew Tate
is on there.
Andrew
yeah.
Tate's on there.
Yeah.
Who else they have?
Uh,
The Rizzler, that little fat
Rizzler.
kid.
yeah. He replaced the other fat kid who
Rizzler.
died.
Yeah, the other
recently.
fat.
They thought it would be a long lifetime appointment. It was
Yeah,
only
yeah.
a couple days.
Jonathan Lipnicki
Wait,
from
what?
Jerry Maguire, of course, the little kid.
I do have a question about the Rizzler.
Yeah.
There's the Rizzler, which is he's the star. What's the other fat one that's aging
Big
out?
Justice, Big Justice.
Big Justice.
Oh,
And then
he's useless.
He's useless
He's
now.
nothing.
What's the
he's
dad?
He's
done.
nothing. What?
They're all.
I thought the dad's Big
the
Justice.
dad is no. He's Big Justice is the son. AJ is the father. Yeah. It was honestly the
Really?
last time the internet. I was like, I'm gonna enjoy it. There was like you know how it's like terrible. The internet
Yes.
is horrible,
Of course.
and I pay like a child to do like all the stuff for the show, and like I don't
Yeah.
like it. I wouldn't be on it if I didn't make money from it.
Yeah. Well, they're still trying to make.
Most people make
Money.
$0 on the internet.
Yeah.
But I want
How
to know.
pathetic is that?
I know, and they're on it.
And
They're
they're
and
on
they're
it.
doing it.
They're yelling at like Kristi Noem all day. Like she's gonna like. They're DMing Kristi Noem. You look gorgeous today. By the way, I got in an argument for 12 hours on your behalf.
I want to know because they're on the decline view-wise, but I feel like they're at that place where all the brand deals are still there, so they're cleaning up. But their videos, they just celebrated the 3-year anniversary.
Oh.
And I think what's incredible
Costco
is
guys?
yes, their acting has gotten worse, and it's pretty incredible that you could
know.
be in a camera every day and somehow you become more dead behind the eyes, more just like
You know what it is? You come from a traditional training.
yeah.
Okay, so I like for me when I have done any acting, I just like say the words. But I guess it's because I've been on stage so much doing stand up that it's just kind of like.
Yeah.
I'm not cerebral about it. I'm not thinking about like Meisner or anything.
Sure, you're
It's
more
just, like, kind
Woody
of-
Allen-esque, one might
Well, it's
say.
just like you just learn the words or you say the words. and
Yeah.
you just kind of like you don't complicate it in your mind.
of course,
right?
Have you ever had a moment where you
I
go?
feel like they probably just like they went to Stella Adler or something and they got confused all the magic. They didn't realize that they had the magic.
The Rizzler had it already. He didn't need
yeah,
to
I mean,
study.
even the weird Costco guys video is just like you could see. This is like a have you seen Streetcar Named Desire and Brandon? He's got the wet T-shirt.
Yeah.
You know, this is kind of.
I would love to see AJ in Streetcar Named Desire.
But what they need for those kind of people, though, they need like a manager who's like going to be like, you got 3 years. Let's make your money.
No, they
I
said
think they
that-
know
they said
that
that-
they don't say that directly to them. They go, "I'm going to milk them
They-
for all they're
they-
worth."
But
The
they need to be
Rizzler's got
setting
4.
up. They need to be setting up college. They need to be setting up like their retirement and stuff. Like they gotta get their
they
things.
sent them to one of those cult of personality acting coaches, right? Who were like, "You were molested," and they're like, "I don't think I was." They're like, "You were molested," you know, and they're all crying. Did you ever go to one of those guys?
A molesting
No,
teacher?
no, the one that's like trying to convince you were being molested, like a cult of
What are
personality.
you talking
acting.
about?
Like I know a lot of people in LA that have taken like acting like classes.
I've taken abusive teachers, but never one that was like, you were
not explicitly, but like
abused.
trying to access the.
Yes,
There's a
yes,
pain
they,
in there.
They yell
Yeah.
at you
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
they try to make you cry.
And it's just, why didn't you act, you fucking piece of shit? Like, just why don't you go and be an actor if you're so good at it? telling me I got molested. And now I think I did.
And that's the goal.
And that's the goal.
Now you're winning an Oscar.
It's just literally a cult, right? Like they break you down.
Some are.
Yeah.
Yeah, but everything can be a cult in its own way. I think you need to be part of like a cult and it just have a ceiling, or you leave the cult before it gets bad.
Yeah.
Have you ever, any cult-like thing, whether it be, mine was acting groups, singing teachers. Did you have, was politics a cult? Was Judaism
I was never
a cult?
in the cult. No, I mean, yeah, I guess a Jewish youth group, but it was a cult. I mean, I was just I wasn't getting...
Was there a guru?
I wasn't getting girls in Gen Pop, so I had to go to Zionism summer camp, and I was getting yanked.
Is that what it's called? Zionism summer camp?
Yeah, and it was the best days of my life. I got to be honest. Independent of the politics, it was so fun. I was like a catch there, and then I had to go back to public high school, and then I was starving for it, and then I go back, and I'm like, all the Rebeccas and what are the other names? Sarahs,
Jewish names, Old Testament names.
I'm trying to think of the girls that were at the camp. Yeah.
Eve.
Yeah. Well, I went to Bergen-Belsen.
Yeah.
I went to Majdanek. No, but I grew up in a Jewish youth movement. But what is cult? I mean,
what
improv seems like a cult to me.
Oh,
it feels like you're identifying things that you didn't do as cults without identifying your own.
I'm thinking of a charismatic leader, right? That's sexually abusing all the people.
It doesn't always have to be sexual.
It's always sexual.
It doesn't.
It's always sexual.
It could be spiritual, psychological.
He's still in the cult. He still hasn't left.
No, I've left him.
Hasn't left. No,
you think it has to be sexual?
Every time you watch one of those documentaries and they're like, and then he started diddling. Or making the other people diddle each other.
You're able to choose who advances, who stays behind, and eventually you pick the better looking ones to advance, and that's where it spirals.
I mean, I'm planning on joining Scientology the second my career. Just whenever
I took a tour once when I was younger.
I took a tour in DC.
You did?
Yeah.
What did they do? They had me hold the truth meter.
Yeah.
And that's where they really lost me.
Yeah. Wait, you were open to it before that?
No, but that's where I was like, how could you possibly? How could you possibly?
What does you do? What does that mean?
It's like you hold a meter and it's a lie detector test, but testing your spirit.
They ask you about all your past traumas, and then you're like, oh, actually, my uncle did
molest me.
And I haven't thought about that.
That's why there's so many actors involved.
And then they're like, I'll pay you as much as you want. Yeah. Especially actors. Because they're the most prone to that. I don't know. Maybe this will be offensive, but I'm not an
actor. He's an actor.
Yeah,
I'm done with.
Barely.
Actors are like golden retrievers, right? They're like, oh, you want me here now? They're like guys that are like, it's great.
Tom
to
Cruise.
Connect.
Yes.
Yeah. They have and you could tell it's like there's a trauma there or something.
A darkness.
Yeah. There's something happened, but they're so nice. Right? They have the brains of dogs, and they could be told to stand there, and they have some sort of innate genius, and they don't even know. Philip Seymour Hoffman was too smart to be an actor. That's why he had to die. Right?
What the fuck are you talking about here? No, actors can be smart.
Actresses are Joseph Stalin. They're 158 IQ. Because they have to navigate this world where they're literally this monstrous psychotic world where they're get naked and they're like I will do this for my final they have to literally navigate this psychotic kind of misogynistic world and survive, and the way they do that is by throwing 2 million bodies at Leningrad at the Nazis during the winter.
So your theory, actors are either molested golden retrievers.
I think actors are all really nice and stupid, and actresses, maybe these are Hollywood actors or actresses. But actresses are all Joseph Stalin. Literally.
At least you're finding a new way to gender. I see the awards. The best actress goes to Stalin. Reagan.
It's Stalin. Every year.
He wins. Yeah. Just Lifetime Achievement Award every single year.
What do you think Streep is up to on her downtime?
Meryl Streep loses to Joseph Stalin. This thing happened, Adam.
I was just doing a girls are cats, boys are dogs thing, and I realized I was ruffling a lot of feathers here. I didn't know that I was around I know you guys are doing. I used to be in plays too.
What plays were you in? Wait, hold up.
Yeah,
Your mom was a trained actor.
she was. Yeah.
What kind of
she
acting?
She was in Pygmalion. She was a model as well.
On Broadway or
no, she was in London. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So she was but like when I was a kid, she wasn't that. Yeah, that was her.
She had retired when you were born?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if she retired, but yeah, she like
Yeah.
you know, she kind
I
of
think
like
at a
left
certain
home
age, if you don't book anything for a couple
she
years,
kind of
ago, I
left
was
home at
retired.
18 to get because she had an annoying family.
Yeah.
And then she like moved to London.
But she made like a living at it.
Yeah, I think she was like that and modeling, I think. And then actually like before my parents moved to the States, they were like training her like Anchorman, like Veronica Corningstone to be like the first female news anchor in South Africa. Yeah.
Oh,
Really?
Yeah, but then we moved. Then they tried to send my dad to the civil war in Angola. So they
To do what? What was he gonna do?
to
Put on shows. Their
entertain the
version of
troops,
USO.
really?
Yeah, my dad was gonna like have a fan underneath his skirt and push it down and be like, and all the GIs would whistle.
Yeah. A lot of
Yeah,
blackface.
and then
It was rough.
my
Yeah.
father was like, "This is wrong. This is just humiliating."
This would be considered inappropriate in
Yeah.
a couple years.
No, but they both went to university in London, and then but they're from Cape Town, my parents. But,
But
yeah.
did your mom take you to a lot of theater? Like, did she love the theater?
I grew up in Vegas, so there wasn't like much. I mean, like,
Oh, the worst kind of theater in Vegas.
I mean, what's the theater in Vegas?
I
Like,
mean, it's the
Magicians
abridged
and-
version of Blue Man Group.
Yeah.
I mean,
the
we
abridged version of the Jabberwockies.
I went to
dance
Cirque
troupe.
du Soleil a couple times. That's not theater.
Yeah.
That is theater.
I think it's more like just like
Circus.
it's
Like
like
Circus is theater. My definition
It's
for theater
French
is
tricks.
wide.
French tricks. It's French Canadian tricks. You think that's theater?
I told my girlfriend once she was talking about a funeral, and I said, "You see,
It's
funeral
theater.
is theater," and it was one of those fights where you're like, well, "What are we fighting about?" But we kept going,
Yeah.
and I said, "I mean this in a respectful way. I mean it's beautiful. Every
What
eulogy
was
is
it,
a monologue."
Her mother's.
No, it wasn't, but it was close
Yeah,
enough.
yeah.
I said every eulogy is a monologue. You're there for a cathartic moment. You're gathering together.
What do you gain from getting like her saying
It's
yes?
a production.
because her view of what theater is limited.
No, he was doubling down. He was fucking with her. Yeah.
No, it's
You were
real.
fucking with her.
It's real.
It's one of those arguments where you're like, she's not gonna cave. Yeah.
If someone's eulogy is going too long, they're blowing the light. You want to
Yeah.
get them off
You're
stage.
laughing to yourself.
Yeah. I went to an acting teacher funeral, and I told you all the
Thank
time.
God.
It showed you why actors
After
need
what they did.
writers. Because these actors, every single actor, is like 30 of them went up.
Yeah.
Every actor started with, well, I guess we're doing this. And I was like, Mother, it's been 3 hours. We've been doing this.
I guess
This
we're doing
is
this.
the monologue from Glenn Ross.
You realize why they needed to cast people? Because
Yeah.
I was like, you're not the lead of this.
Yeah.
The lead's dead.
Yeah.
I had a friend who unfortunately passed away from an overdose a couple of years ago, and his family was Armenian Orthodox, and the wizard who, like, the priest, whatever, the wizard, it looked like a wizard, he did not do the prep before.
Oh, they never do.
Before he was drunk, I'm pretty sure, and he was like, maybe you go fishing and he fall off the boat and you tell this story to remember him. I don't know if this story happened, but if this story happened,
I thought they were guessing how he died.
he was like, no, he was
Maybe
like,
he was fishing and fell
you
off the boat.
must
It's like,
share
no.
stories of him, like maybe you go fishing and they fall off the boat. I don't know if this happened, but
Oh, I see.
Oh.
yeah, and he's
Yeah.
like, I wish I was wearing a Chabla Shalom, blah, blah. And I was like, me and all my friends were like, this guy like literally didn't prep. He's hammered.
At funerals, I feel like you can watch them, and it's like a Mad Lib. It's like they fit in. They asked for 3 things that they know about the person. They like Thanksgiving. They like something else, and so they have their pre-formatted speech that they do, and they fit in those 3 things.
Much like an
throughout.
acting exercise.
Because
Yeah,
it's all theater.
It's all
Yeah.
theater.
Yeah.
Well,
This
all the world's
is
a stage.
the downside.
Sorry. There's a lot.
You're listening to The Downside
The Downside.
with Gianmarco Soresi.
Welcome to the downside. This is a place we complain. We get a negative.
Do you do the low voice? The down? Is that
No,
you?
It's our friend.
It's our friend.
Oh, okay.
Russell could never
You
hit
got
those notes.
someone
He's
to
just
do
a
it?
tenor.
Yeah, we got some.
Downside. He's a friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you compose your theme song?
No, we had 2 that were made for us. Yeah.
Join the Patreon for bonus episodes every month. Patreon.com/downside. We're here with Adam Friedland and my co-host Russell Daniels. Hello.
Hi.
Adam, so glad we could get you. I think only 2 cancellations, and always a
I felt
respectful
really rude
phone call. Always like RFK just agreed.
I'm a liar. I am a liar, and
I'm waiting for these episodes.
Neither
to come
of them
out.
were lies. Neither of them were lies.
Oh, I don't think that's fine.
Those
if
were
you
both
lie.
released.
If you lie about not doing a podcast, it's fine as long as you tell the lie.
No, I mean you have to lie if you're canceling a podcast, unless you actually need to cancel it.
Agreed. Don't say you're exhausted. Some people go, I've just been exhausted. Lie. Just lie to me.
It's a fucking pie. What is the? How does this even work?
Yeah.
How's this even a job?
You just have to stay awake for an hour and a half.
We're just sitting.
I take a little Adderall. For me, that's work. I take some Adderall.
You're locking in. Yeah. You're a Wall Street executive. Yeah.
The work is in the editing. The work is in the booking. We do all the little like dumb things the job does. There's a lot of emails.
You don't get
not
You're
you.
doing the editing.
What are you talking, Gianmarco?
I'm doing a lot.
Look at this. What are you talking? You got it right there. This guy right here.
He's doing a lot.
The work. So he does the work. You have a slave that does the work
for
you.
free too.
For
completely.
free.
He lives here
for free.
No.
Edit it out because
no.
of the anti-Semitism these days.
College
you can't be
credit.
saying that. College credit?
Okay.
Absolutely.
You're getting college credit? Where do you go?
That would be amazing.
You can
God,
go to, like,
when people start dipping into the credit game, like that's just a that's just a dangerous.
You could go to Emerson for podcasting.
There's what do they call it? BFA?
I don't know.
A BFP, a Bachelor of Fine Podcasting.
Imagine the parents paying for that.
You could probably be a professor there. Like you could probably run that department.
They should be bombed.
No, but they don't get. They don't get him. They.
It should be bombed. Can someone's parents paying for that? Oh,
can you imagine doing a master class where every person comes up, you listen to them talk for an hour and a half, and then and you come on and give notes, and then you make a podcast out of that, and you go, the real lesson is monetize every moment of your life.
Oh God!
Adam, so we had this moment. Russell and I saw a show. This past a play.
Oh yeah,
I love going to plays.
And not a funeral.
I love going to plays.
Okay, and it was a good play. It was I don't want to say the play because it's not the play's fault. What happened after?
Why?
Yeah.
So I'll tell you. So it was a Holocaust time.
Leopoldstadt.
What?
Not that.
No, don't guess. It wasn't that.
I cried. I cried when I saw it.
That's good.
Yeah.
So at the end, we were waiting.
Let's name all the plays we cried at now.
I haven't seen that many plays.
Like I'm telling you the same thing. So at the end of the play, we were going to wait because we knew someone who was in it, and someone told us, "Oh, there's a survivor here." And you saw this woman. She's older. So then all this is happening.
Disgusting.
People are leaving, and I see a guy. He yells something across the room. Mad. Yells something. Can't hear what he's saying. Then he yells again. He goes like, "You're trash." We hear the word "trash."
It's
directed
the survivor.
to this person. No,
we don't know who he's yelling.
We don't know.
at.
Sorry, I cut people off too much, but I'm locked in on this story.
Now, in my mind, I created this narrative because there were obviously a lot of Jewish people there, and I thought like, I assume I'm in New York. I'm in liberal New York. It's like not Alan Dershowitz, but like someone who's like a conservative or Republican. In my mind, I go, someone's yelling, "You're trash. What are you doing here?"
A Dershowitz.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
I say to Russ, should I ask the guy what he was yelling at? And you say no.
No, I say no.
And I say,
I'm the same. And I walk away from him.
I'm the same as him. Yeah.
I got it.
My
I got
girlfriend
it. No.
hates this. Yeah.
So the person that they yelled at, I didn't even see them. They're out. This guy comes over. He's wearing a jean jacket. I'm already building things in my head of who this person is.
He looks, cool guy.
Yeah, jean jacket. That's all it takes for us two losers.
It's cool. Yeah. It's cool.
And I would guess 50s, late 50s. And I said, hey, who are you yelling at? Assuming we're teammates. And he goes, this woman was wearing a kufiya.
A kufiya.
And I go, oh, and I just kind of turn around, walk back to Russell.
Yeah.
And then I I have a flood of like, go yell at that guy.
Oh, I would have asked more questions. That's my wheelhouse right there.
You would have had him on the pod.
No, I would have. You ask naive questions after that point because you really got to wind that guy up.
What did she say to you? What did she do to you?
I would have been like, what? Like, was it like you're like do you think she like it's not cool to wear that, or like is it bad style?
I assume, could you play him? What do you think he would say?
No, I mean, let me think. He said a kufia, and I was like, is
that the same as a kufia?
No, I'd say, what is that? I'd ask what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
So people are trying to leave the theater, but you're.
And I said, how do you get one? Yeah, I'd act like I've never heard of it, right? I'd be like, how do you get one? And then like,
and he'd say, you join Hamas.
You join Hamas, and then you say like they could get out of Gaza. I thought that there's how did they get out?
So that's what you do in a confrontation. Your like mode is, I'm gonna
making fun of someone without
dumb.
them knowing. Yeah.
Okay, but is it just for your own entertainment? Because you're not. That's
yes,
just
I'm
in
a
that
psychopath.
moment.
I'm a psycho.
Okay,
I'm out of my mind. I'm like a weird person. Yeah.
And you just want him to walk away frustrated at some point. Like,
I want him to try to explain to me why it's bad, and then be unable to, and then be frustrated and be like,
and then walk away.
And then walk away because he couldn't, quite frankly, articulate to me why this lady is Hamas.
And how long would you keep? Would you walk with him out? Would you get a drink? Would you?
It depends. No, I wouldn't get a drink.
Yeah. I think it's my mind.
I mean,
it
like, depends. Like, what is he in the business?
Who knows? I'm not going to assume just because he's Jewish.
You know,
but
and that man was the head of the Creative Artists Agency.
I had a meeting once with a potential agency, and there was like an older guy at the meeting. Like he wasn't going to work with me, but he did come up after, and he's like, how do you joke about all this Israel stuff?
How do you?
I was like, brother, that's a vague sentiment.
Yeah. It's one of the funniest things that's ever happened.
Yeah, that would have been you.
It's funny that it is funny that it's like, I say this on stage now, but it's like going to war is like the least Jewish thing ever. Mm-hmm. Like we've avoided it for literally 1,700 years. Like hiding from the war is the Jewish thing.
Yeah.
Right? Like we're so into hiding that literally we wrote a bestseller about. So a Jewish person wrote a best-selling book.
Yeah,
about her experience of hiding.
But isn't that's right? The combo that Israel does? They fire and then they go into the bunkers and they want the best of both worlds.
Jews are not take it outside, bro. People. Mm-hmm. I'm like, we're the guy that's like, what is a kufiyah? Right? I've never heard of that. Like, yeah, we're like supposed to like be behind a curtain and just be like, maybe it's like maybe a suggestion, but maybe kill Jesus Christ. Maybe you should kill Jesus Christ.
We'll be over here.
What? You can't suggest? You can't suggest? No. I mean, like, yeah, it's so like it. Yeah, it really runs because for me, my parents moved to America, so I had to like learn American Jew. Like I'm a fraud, right? Like I just base my personality off of like it's the Upper West Side, and there's like a beautiful blonde, and there's like a sardonic nebbish, and they have a meet cute, and I'm like that's what Jew is, right? And he has to be funny enough to like get this girl that he shouldn't even know his name.
Yeah.
I can't watch Harry Met Sally because of that. Because I'm like, he doesn't deserve her. He's disgusting. Like
he's got a some people like it.
No,
you and I both know. Shockingly,
his face looks like a gnocchi. Like it looks like it's made out of gnocchi.
His sweater's real nice.
He dresses like shit. All the jokes that they have, she's amazing. I mean, she's so perfect,
stunning.
Yeah, and then he's telling these jokes that are like, that's not funny. He's like, hello, mammy, and she's like laughing, and I'm like, why is this charming to her? I would be so much more charming. Why is she laughing at this guy?
Yeah.
And do I look like that?
I would watch you remake.
Do I look like that when I have a girlfriend? Is that what it looks like? Because God forbid, and it does pretty much. Yeah.
What's a South African Jewish? What's the stereotype about South African Jews? Like what's different? Like you're saying you adopted a New York Jewish sensibility.
Well, yeah, it was like kind of there were cool things that were like I was like, there's like.
But isn't that natural? You adopted
There's like a Curb Your Enthusiasm, Bob Dylan,
Yeah.
And now I'm Benjamin Netanyahu, basically.
Pretty much.
Now basically we're all Netanyahu, and it's not fair. No, I mean the thing is they're not funny. That's the main thing that gets on my nerves. Mm-hmm. Is that
Well,
I've
we're going
said
to
this
lose that
before.
stereotype. The stereotype of Jews are funny is I feel like we're on the way.
we're still funny. It's
It's on the way out. It's on the way out.
Funny.
We're
We're still funny.
No.
We are here. We're funny, and we made great movies. What the fuck? They haven't like I've said this before, but like what? They haven't made one good movie.
They? What's this they?
The over in the old Israel.
Oh,
like
sure.
tell me one good work of art.
To be fair, I've
movie.
never even tried to watch one.
I've
You've
listen,
watched.
They're not
You're watching
good.
a lot.
Their like main artist is this guy who makes faces out of like fruit. It's
Can you
terrible.
pull that up? Look up Israeli.
Piven.
Jeremy Piven.
It's Jeremy Piven. Yeah.
Yeah.
Why am I crapping on this random? Well, he's a Zionist. I mean, like,
First of all, you didn't crap. You said it's the best
I think
Israeli
it's
art
just,
there
no,
is.
but I think that there is an advantage in being a minority and being a diet. Listen, it's been shit to be a minority, but like in America, it's been all right.
Mm-hmm.
It has been all right.
Yeah.
And like we made some great movies.
We did.
And when they talk about when the right talks about preserving American culture, I'm like, what the fuck do you think It's like cool black people, Jews,
Yeah.
Catholics.
Yeah. All
It's
the
never-
music.
it's
All
like-
the music and movies are gone.
It's not the
After-
Magna Carta.
Yeah,
what
sure.
what is Western civilization?
Well, what are those
They haven't
movies?
done
They'll make
anything.
those video montages. I'm trying to think what movies they show. They show Revenge of the Nerds era cheerleaders.
Most of it's Steven Spielberg. Like most.
You
of
think
it's,
that you think
know.
that they want to preserve Porky's? Do you think what? What are you talking about? We paid for or gave them great movies.
Yeah.
And when they talk about American culture, Western culture, it's just no, that's been given to them by Catholics, Jews, and cool black people.
How much Woody Allen you watching growing up?
I've watched everything.
Watched everything.
Yeah, I still watch.
Yeah. Favorite?
It's tough. My new take is that they're all good. That's my new take. Even the clunkers are good too. I think Deconstructing Harry actually might be my favorite.
I've never seen Deconstructing Harry.
Oh my god! Here's the thing: it plays really well in terms of he's really going for it, in terms of structure, and he's making something he's going art housey, but laughs per minute. It plays as a straight comedy.
Yeah.
And it's it synthesizes those two things that a lot of the times can't haven't coexisted in his films.
Yeah.
So it is laugh out loud. So I mean I don't know. Can you play movies?
When we play the movie, then the whole thing gets demonetized immediately, and
the
we send money to Woody Allen. And
let's
that's
take
the
a break.
last thing I want to do right now.
The scene with Robin Williams. There's so basically it's about a writer, and comedians can relate. That everyone in his life hates because he's writing about all the people in his life.
Sure.
Right? And everyone's like, fuck you. Right?
Yeah.
And his books are celebrated, but he's it's also the only one where he's playing kind of like a drunk and a pillhead in a weird way. And
Go to Images.
there are all these vignettes that are go back to his books that he's written, short stories he's written. One of the vignettes is about has Robin Williams in it. And he plays an actor whose face can't go in focus.
Yeah.
But after he leaves the set, his family is why are you so fuzzy? And he's it's just masterfully done.
Yeah.
And
My favorite was the HBO documentary.
which
about
one?
him.
He didn't make that.
I
though.
know.
Yeah.
My favorite.
Who made that? A liar? Oh, we're gonna get in big trouble.
No.
I saw the musical one recently. I'd never seen it before. It was very weird.
Which one?
He wrote "I Love You." Oh, what's it called?
The worst excerpt.
What is
favorite
it?
Woody Allen movies.
Well, no, let's keep going.
It's got Julia Roberts. It's it's said it's a musical. Pull it up. I love you, but something or.
The one that I thought was cool. There's one where he's a talent agent for weird acts,
Broadway Danny Rose. So good.
You know.
So good. Yeah. Oh yeah. Everyone says I
musical?
love you.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a real piece of shit.
It's so weird.
That's the only one.
It's so weird that it's a musical.
Wait, that's the only one you've seen?
No. I'm just saying I had never seen it.
I will say
I recently watched it and I was like, this is weird.
One thing that I've read him talk about that has been informative, like career wise, is that they will never believe you if they, is that he didn't like any of his movies. He thought they sucked. He wanted to be a clarinet player, but he thought he sucked at clarinet. But he was just like, he's disappointed that he wasn't good enough to be a jazz clarinetist. And but like when he finishes a project, like how do you maintain productivity for 50 years? And the way you do it is you've finished something and you've kind of like, if you watch it back later on, you're like, I'll change this. I'm not like, but you struggle against it. You cobble something together that's fine, and then you you release it. And he sits down at the next day and starts writing the next one. And it's like genuine. He never went to the Oscars. He only went to the Oscars after 9/11 to do like 10. And, and it was pretty funny. Yeah,
he was the face of Manhattan.
Yeah. But like, I mean, it's only informed the fact that like, you can't consider how any of your stuff exists culturally. Like, who fucking cares? No, you have to have a good idea and then try to do it, and then
you just do it in a year and you move on. And
you try to do it and you're like, I suck, and this was a terrible idea, but I pushed through it. And then I get something together that's like feels the most complete I'm going to get it. And then you sit down the next day, you start doing the next one.
But was that not the problem with Woody Allen? He always wanted to try something new.
Well, I mean, where he didn't play a writer.
Well, he was like making musicals, and he dated. Because I read. I stopped reading his books at least after I started believing the accusations. And in that last book,
what do they say about what?
Shut the fuck up. In that last book,
wait, accusations.
In one last book,
he
dated Diane Keaton, rest in peace, and
her sister.
Both of her sisters.
Yeah. Did you see the clip of him on?
That's nuts. That should be included as a crime, even if it's not. That's insane.
But she was still friends.
How do you navigate? She was his best friend.
But two other. Do you know she
maintained a best friendship with him like throughout the rest of her life?
Of course.
Like,
I'm not.
Did you see Bill Maher asking him about it on Club Random? It's the best. He's like, so you don't whatever.
So he's like, going to watch the Bill Maher Woody Allen episode.
And no, it's amazing.
I can't.
It's so good. Okay, so he's like,
Bill Maher, the only one more nasally than
he's hammered.
Woody Allen.
He's hammered.
Ooh,
okay, Bill Maher. Woody Allen. When he's hammered. No, he's hammered. Woody Allen's 97,000 years old. He's like sitting there like, where am I? In some sort of like basement dungeon, like where right? And he goes, I mean, you dated Diane Keaton and her sister. And he goes, I can't believe it. Like, throughout my life, I've been with some of the most beautiful women in the world, and they were impressive and potent. And then Bill Maher's like, he goes on this rant about AI, and Woody's just sitting there like his belt is like under his nipples, right? He's just like sitting there like confused, and he's like, so basically with this AI and like whatever, and then Woody's like, what is it, like these like wires in your head?
Don't you see?
What is it? Wires in your head?
Do you not look at that though? Now, when you see this guy, I don't know, these women, they liked me, and you go like, this is a facade. This is like this idea that you're just like, I don't know.
What do you mean
just falls in my lap. It's a guy who this guy.
Women thought he was sexy. What do you?
Sure, but he always
he was
presents
like a
that
famous filmwaker.
I know, but he presents that thing like, I don't know.
I don't want to have a debate about his virility, but he was a cute, and he was cute too. Girls thought he was cute.
He was cute at a certain time, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
And he's like funny and smart.
You said earlier though, you were surprised though that any girl would like this Jewish thing, and he was that first one.
It's because of that.
He carved it out.
You think in Texas I'd be getting?
Any woman who likes you really wanted Woody Allen first.
Women of New York have been brainwashed by the film Annie Hall, and it's benefited me. And
Annie Hall's my favorite because the ending is so
good.
I mean, it's beautiful and devastating, and And it was co-written.
So
I think about the other writer. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was
good for you?
He had.
Who's that other writer?
Who was it? Who
did it?
I don't know. It was a co-writer. Can you see who the Annie Hall co-writer was?
Oh, I thought you no.
I was just surprised how much Sun-Yi was emailing Epstein or Ghislaine directly. There was a lot.
They were very close.
I didn't know she was quite a writer too.
Yeah.
They like the email. Well, he can't figure out the email.
That's true. Some of those older guys were saved by the fact that they could not figure out their Outlook Express.
Oh, yeah.
What's the guy's name?
Marshall Brickman.
Oh, Marshall Brickman, the butcher of Coney Island.
And even worse, the co-writer somehow even more like,
it's worse.
oh my God, you like Annie Hall?
Do you know that the guy has a problematic past? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Would you have Woody Allen on your show?
I don't. I mean, like, I guess you'd get in trouble for that, right? I would love to talk to him about his career. Yeah, for sure.
So is there a part of you when you have someone who has something else, accusations or whatever?
Like
is there a part of
who?
you that wants to like you want to have Woody Allen? Like,
I mean,
what do you think?
ideally, like, honestly, like, there's a calculus because I think there is an entire generation of people that only know Woody Allen to be just a famous rapist, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and I think that would kind of overshadow kind of like a conversation about like someone that's been making art for half a century.
For sure.
Yeah.
Also, it's different for you because
Yeah.
you're not going to like you as a fan want to ask the questions about.
I sat next to them at a restaurant once.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We went to my dad goes to this Italian restaurant every time. Still he goes
Upper East Side.
Elios?
No.
Elios, Upper East Side.
Maybe it's a different one.
Emilio's.
Something like
It's
that.
called Emilio's. That's what it is, Emilio's. And he always
Yeah.
goes, this is Woody Allen's favorite Italian restaurant.
Yeah, I
And
sat
I'm like,
next to them.
there's got to be some
I saw
other
him
ex.
and Sunya on the street once in the Upper East Side.
Yeah.
It was
Well, I
crazy.
sat next
It
to
was like,
Sunyi
whoa.
Previn, and my girlfriend sat next to him. And then, I talked to him. Yeah. I told him I'm a comedian. And then,
And he's like, I only talk to clarinetists.
Maya said, my fiance, she said, she was like, not till they get the check. Because I was like, I couldn't eat.
Yeah.
You know, like he was like my favorite filmmakers, like growing up. Like, dude, I loved like his movies and so I got to like kind of formulate the plan. Because like my idea would be like if Bob Dylan is like my favorite guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, in my mind, if I ever said hello to Bob Dylan, he'd be like, "You suck."
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
And so Woody, I always imagined he'd be like, "You're not funny," like honestly, it was all Stav and Nick on the old pod.
He's a big come down fan.
Yeah. Honestly, it was mostly Stav and Nick. You just caught a meal ticket. Yeah. And what is this fucking interview show? What the fuck is this? Who have you paid? No, and then so like, but so I kind of realized I was like, if I asked the wife, and also like you kind of want to like see what the deal is, right?
Yeah.
Because I want to see like what the dynamic is because obviously it was his partner's stepdaughter or adopted daughter, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, check out this freak show.
Yeah.
See what this is all about.
Yeah.
And I gotta say, I'm not running apologia for, but what I saw was like it was a very tender, loving relationship, and she's very
Sure,
smart.
they've been together. Yeah.
She's really like funny and smart.
I understand.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, but I understand.
This is what I observed.
Yeah, I understand that. After,
I'm not saying this because I like his movies. If it was weird and like
no, but I'm sure it wouldn't be weird at this point.
If she was like, "Daddy, how are you?" I would have been like, "That was
strange
weird."
If after all these years,
Yeah. No, but it was like, he's old as fuck, and she like, she's very like tenderly cares about this old man, and that's what I saw. But then I was like, I'll ask the wife if I could say hello.
Okay,
right?
Can I give?
Can
I give a close comparison of where
Yeah,
I feel like it's a similar feeling?
What am I going to get in trouble for?
No,
this?
no. No, when they capture an old Nazi, when they find the old Nazi, and they're 95 or whatever, and they're in the courtroom and they're holding the folder over their head.
Yeah, they're always
shaking.
in Queens.
Yeah.
They're always in Queens.
Yeah, they're all there.
They're always in Queens. Yeah.
I have the feeling of, and I don't know what the world should be, but I go, oh my God, just let them fucking die. They're dead. Like what do we want?
Yeah, do you remember?
What do we want? And it's the same thing. It's like, Yeah, maybe they have the most beautiful. I mean, listen, their marriage lasted longer than both my parents.
I don't know, right? Like we don't.
Yeah.
Like that's the. But yeah, obviously you're sitting next to them. You want to like check it out, right?
Oh, for sure.
And, like
if I sat next to it, he has the
but
menu
here's
over
the
them
thing,
like this.
It's like
their whole life they're just covering their faces wherever they go.
Well, it's just like 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 what is that dynamic like? And it was surprisingly like didn't seem like much, right? Like it didn't seem like that like abnormal and freakish, right?
Seeing them there at the restaurant.
Yeah, the way that they were interacting. They were on a double date with like these gargoyles of the Upper East Side.
Yeah.
It was Ghislaine Maxwell and Jeffrey Epstein.
Recent
and you
too.
could tell he was
really
so bored. He was so fucking bored. And and then they got the check, and then so in my mind, I kind of, and also me and my girlfriend were kind of like performing, like a little bit like of like a date, right? And like I was being
you were pretending you were related to,
and she, I was pretending, that I was like Andre Previn and my ex adopted you, and no, she was being like kind of like kind of charismatic and like like a Woody Allen girl. I was being like a we were like kind of hamming
20
that
minutes
up,
to order,
right?
yeah.
I couldn't eat. I was so nervous, and then so then I asked Sunyi Previn. I was like, can I was like, I'm like a big fan of his films. He's like one of my favorite. He's probably like growing up, he was like my hero. I was like, could I say hello? Mm-hmm. And she's like, yeah. And I realized if I lock the wife in, then he has to say hi, and he can't be like, Adam, you're a pathetic nothing, and like you get out of this town, get out of this business, like And so she's like, no, he's really nice. You should say hi. And then I had to talk to him, and then my girlfriend. The week before that, I was watching Manhattan Murder Mystery, and I was texting
the sequel to Manhattan.
Yes, the sequel. Yeah, when he kills,
when he kills her, when she reveals how young she was when they met.
Him and Diane are like a couple, and she starts thinking the neighbor down the hall is a murderer, has killed his wife, and it's about like my girlfriend's always like, like they like true crime stuff, and they're always like, I think that's a murder, and you're like, come on, like relax. And so I like text her. I was like, this movie, like Diane Keaton like acts a lot like you in this movie. And I was like, yeah. She was saying that the Diane Keaton. She was like, oh yeah, Adam said like the Diane's character reminded him of me, and I was like, yeah, because you know how they always think that they're gonna get killed, and he's like. And then Sunyi Previn was like, "Oh my God, do you see this murder in Idaho or something?" And then and then my girlfriend and her like, "I know, I did," And then I was like, I said to him, I was like, and he goes, "Well, you like the good pictures, like you like the good ones." And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's cool that you said that." And he's like, that was one of, and he said that was one of the most fabulous times I ever had making a picture. And I know for a fact, because I'm a freak, that was, I believe he was under investigation by the state of Connecticut while he was making that movie. And that was the weirdest part.
Well, and that's when he had to make the movie real good. He's like,
well, he was like, the thing is, he's probably like one of those like compartmentalizers, and he's like, when I'm on set, this is like my home away from home, like and so like his life was falling apart, but he said that was one of the most fabulous times he ever had making a picture. Maybe I'm getting the timeline wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right.
I don't doubt it. Okay.
And then so I mean, like, it's just like, it's fucking, I wasn't like, it's good that you're that you did all those things, but it was like, it's like you're sitting there, it's the rarest New York City Pokémon, right?
For sure.
No one like says I I saw him walking down the street, right? Like he's just like this ghost that like you assume is in the city somewhere. Yeah. And I was like, holy shit, And so then they left, and then that was it. Yeah.
So he
wanted to talk about stand up.
No. That's what he wanted to talk about stand up.
He wanted to talk about stand up.
What's he want to talk about stand up? He hasn't done it in 40 fucking years.
He said, "Where are you from?" I said, "Vegas," and I was like, "I'm a stand up also." And he's like, I had a residency like on the Strip. He's like, he wanted to talk about that, and then Did
he ask about you at all?
Maybe I got him to laugh, which is here's the other thing. I was really scared because like Will Ferrell tells the story about the first day on set at Melinda and Melinda, where he's like nervous and he's like, I got to make him laugh, right?
Yeah.
And Will Ferrell's like, at the time, was one of the funniest people on earth. And he's like, so did you get the script? Did you read the script? And he's like the first table read, and he's like, yeah, I loved it, like especially all the car chases. And then Woody's like, right, open to page 1. So, and I was like, that would, if I would kill myself, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like it felt like, well, he said like, I said, you know, I'm a huge fan. And he's like, well, you've been next to my jacket this whole time. I was like, you don't think I went through your pockets already? And he was like, then I got a laugh from him. And I was like, by the way, like it was still the green army jacket, like the. And I was like, why you still wear the schmata? And he's like, you don't understand how she spends. Yeah. And yeah. And then he was leaving, and I said, do you want to ride home? And he was like, and then he started laughing, and he's like, then you would know where I live. And I was like, you don't think I know where you live, Woody? Yeah, and then he left with those 2 like probably murderers or whoever it is.
Okay, no, that's fine.
I'm gonna get killed in the comments.
No, I want to know.
Yeah.
So aside from worried about what people would say,
I don't really
what would
care.
your hesitate? Not in this. I'm talking about your show, because I'm very
having him on?
interested in.
I don't know, like,
But tell me, like, what, like
I feel like the show is still growing, right?
Sure, but
I feel like it's a very nascent
I think what's interesting
stage.
about you is your curiosity almost supersedes whatever feelings you might have about a person. You go, the curiosity and the exploration is more worthwhile, more interesting than the judgment of anyone.
Well, I just want to see what kind of person it is, right? And if someone's
but if someone is at some point does crimes of any sort, we don't have to just talk more about Woody Allen. But
I mean, Anthony Weiner was on the show. He's most certainly done crime
for sure.
He's on the sex offender registry.
But you also don't have the like attachment of like. It's not like you want to talk to Anthony Weiner really about his work, do you?
I want to talk to him about being the first cancellation, and then he was attempting to make a comeback into politics, and it was like, what compels a person after going to prison for sending his thing to a fucking 15-year-old? Like, how addicted can you be to like public life?
But isn't that person ultimately going to give you? And this is so we don't have politicians on the show. Partially, just at least right now, that's not what I want to do. That's not the responsibility I want to have, which is fine. I don't think no one should have politicians, but part of it I go is like, well, he's not going to tell you his real thing. They're all running. They're all doing their own PR.
I feel like if I do it my way, I kind of can get in there somehow.
Yes.
So I watched Gavin Newsom. I watched the Gavin Newsom
exactly.
one.
You thought I accomplished like there's a bit.
He looked good after it.
Yeah, but
you had a fun rapport.
What was weird about it is like, why are you writing a book about actually I'm a loser, right?
Yeah.
Like, and I said it to him. I was like, is this like that's like every time I have someone on the show, I want to connect it to something that's like cultural. I feel like such a douchebag when I say this,
but like, why you do this? You do a self-deprecating thing that I find frustrating, because if you really bought it, you wouldn't seek out the possible next president of America to have like
I think they asked us.
I know, but you're curious about it. You like these.
Well, it's just like certainly like you
want it to be meaningful in some way.
Well, I don't want to do something exploitive, right? Like I don't want to do something that's like there's the internet is like so negative, right? And it's just like it's just seeing people fighting.
Yeah,
it's like there is some aspect to like we have formed opinions of people, and we're like actually like let's see what kind of person it is. And for me, the prep and the editing is way more like compelling and enjoyable than the actual interviews.
Yeah.
Because like the prep is like you're like you're like diving into like so you know I researched a lot about their like you know past like what they've done, but like beyond that you're accounting for like what kind of person it is. You're trying to prepare for a person you've never met before, right? And you're trying to account for like what are the tripwires, like you know like what will like maintain trust with a guest if I'm trying to get to a deeper thing. Yeah. And like, and what will like fray that trust, and like what will set it off the rails.
Do you view your interview with Richie Torres as a success or a failure or interesting?
At the time, I thought that it was a failure.
Because for those who haven't seen it, it just got very you expressed. Well, you see,
I thought I did a bad job as an interviewer. Right, I was talking too much. I was making it about me, and then it kind of.
But you were challenging the spin.
Well, the interesting thing for me with him is like, how does one come from like extreme poverty, and he's gay, and he tries to kill himself, and then he makes it all the way to Congress, which is like if you let you let a couple of the J boys, we make a movie, we that's a hell of a story, right?
Yeah.
And how do you become the APAC guy? Right, like how does that become your thing, right? And you represent like the poorest district in America, right? Which is predominantly like black and Latino. Like, how do you then become the APAC guy on Twitter, right? And that's the question I had. And so I gave a lot of runway to like him to tell his backstory. Like I kept asking him about his coming out story, and he was like very like reticent to like even like share it, which is like, if you're a disingenuous politician, like you should have a fucking spiel on that. Like, you know?
Sure, but maybe he goes, I don't want the gay. I don't know his district what they feel, but maybe he goes like, I don't want everyone talking constantly about the gay thing. It's known. I don't need the story.
I think he's like probably
every politician has their own version of whatever story they want to present. That's why Gavin Newsom, he's so presenting it constantly.
Well, that's the thing is like, that's not what I'm feeling. Like honestly, like if Richie Torres was a skilled politician, right, I would have given my spiel. And I would have said it's a shanda, and it's so painful to say genocide, and that it's that I think people are anti-Semitic, partially or like for the most part because they're seeing a Jewish star and then they're seeing a fucking kid getting exploded. Right? They're seeing a flag with representing Jews, and they're it's not the fucking biggest logical leap to like say that the Jews are genocidal, right?
Yeah,
and I think if he was even full, think about Bill Clinton being there, right? He would have said, if he was smart, he would have been like, "Thank you for sharing this with me. I'm an elected representative. I work in Washington D.C. I take all of these stories of pain and I keep them in my heart and I bring them to D.C." What would I have had? I would have been like, but you took $1.4 million from AIPAC. Like, no, then I would have looked like a hair on fire, like a Columbia student, whatever they would. No, but like his lack of instincts was actually the most baffling thing, and I think that's what kind of halted the interview, because I assumed that he'd have a better way of dealing with it.
But so are you saying that if someone's a good politician, then they can come on and I'm
talking about like song and dance, slimy, like slither out of things, right? No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not allowing for that or permitting for that. I was like, that's what my expectation would be if you make it all the way to DC.
Yeah.
Right? Like my expectation would be like you'd actually be better at this than that.
You are. Yeah.
Right?
See, but I think from afar, I view it and I go, I love this because it feels like this rare moment where a politician's willing to come on your show because it's popular and cool, and in this moment you actually challenge them, and even if it doesn't sway them, it certainly gives an illustrative display to people outside about the lack of depth and the hypocrisy.
There's not a there. There's not
even if your show, even if you could never get another politician after that, the same way Michelle Wolf, they canceled the White House Correspondents' Meal after the thing. Sometimes I go, that one singular moment where you used whatever goodwill or trust or momentum you have,
and it wasn't a gotcha. It truly was. You just asking questions.
It wasn't calculated, and like
but it was honest about how you felt.
It was honest, and I will say this: like when I see comedians like talking about fucking like public health disease transmission rates, and I'm like, shut the fuck up. Right? Like you talk about Tinder on stage. You talk about your penis on stage. Like you have no right to be like, because you have a huge platform purporting to be actually smart, because you're dumb as rocks, right?
Yeah.
So for me personally, I want to be very careful about presenting myself from it, because I could do the homework, right? And
You read Gavin Newsom's whole book.
yeah,
Yeah.
I read the whole thing.
Yeah. You're doing the Woody Allen thing where I go,
no,
you
listen.
are. You do
No,
work.
but that's not what I'm saying. The homework, like, if I could learn about cryptocurrency legislation and I can find hypocrisies in that, right?
But that's my argument. Is it if you don't want to do that work, don't have the crypto salesman on the show.
Well, okay, mind you, that's correct. But no, that's not entirely correct though, because what I found is this: going back to the Torres thing, it was the one time that I felt like I can speak from a position of authority because I lived there. I've grew up in like Zionist. I studied Middle Eastern politics in college. This is something that I can actually break that kind of that standard because I'm equipped to breaking that standard, right?
Yes.
And so that is, I think in that moment, it was the one time that I was in unfamiliar territory because editing that fucking thing and looking at this, but after the legacy of the Holocaust, it's just like, the thing that
it's good.
I know, but it's a little bit like, it's a little bit like, that not in front of them.
But you could do it.
But a little bit, it's like we have to tone it down a little bit in front of them.
But
it's just going
given
full
who
blast.
you are, it's one time. Now, if
know.
it's like when I see Jimmy Kimmel cry, I go, well, I've seen this 50 times now for all sorts of things. I saw this for Charlie Kirk. I saw him cry over this, and I no longer care. So this was selective. You could only publicize a cry so often before it loses.
I
its
didn't know.
effectiveness.
First of all, I didn't cry. It was like
let's pull up the cry. We did we made a song out of it.
No, but the problem is this:
the legacy.
after the first of the history of Jewish people, and to say genocide after everything that happened. I mean, like, genuinely, I knew that it was a time because I do have a platform where with this, in this instance, it's important to express solidarity for Palestinians. And it's important also, I got a lot of messages from Palestinians that made me feel a lot better about the whole thing because I also didn't want to make it about me, about my pain, because it's like there are also people fucking getting blown up and starving,
of course.
Yeah. And then so
you're talking to someone who affects policy, whatever.
But on the other hand, a lot of Jewish people are like, I felt crazy, and this was the first time this has been articulated publicly.
Yeah.
Because it's like people aren't there is some sort of code of silence that's still
I just thought it was good. It was also just good and interesting and entertaining to watch because it was real, and it was a confrontation of real versus spin in a way where the spin just you saw like a robot
limit. It stops.
The same
Nowhere
way
to go.
that there was that one interview where they were talking to Gavin Newsom about the money he got, and he from AIPAC. That's interesting. That's interesting.
He came out against Israel yesterday.
He did. But he said 12 times. It was like watching that. I go, that's a cool moment. That's what the news lost or never had, where people were like, ooh, I want to see this real moment. And I guess I swear this only comes from a place of admiration, where I think of back to Woody Allen or anyone who's done anything.
Hear it.
Where I go as much as I would, and Woody Allen's not my number one problematic pick that I would want to have
Who's
on the
yours,
podcast.
Liza? Sorry,
I think we could probably still have Liza. She's behind you right now.
Oh God.
I'd love to have Liza on.
Yeah.
I don't think she do. I think someone said in her book she said she didn't do drugs at Studio 54.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, then I'm not going to get this book. I'm not going to get this book. There should be a place on this book for where to put my line of cocaine.
Yeah.
If it's an authentic Liza Minnelli book. No, my number one is obviously it's Louis.
Yeah.
It's obviously, and I think there's a degree of in this moment with Richie Torres. it's like there's something that you feel educated about, passionate about, have a perspective on because you're a Jewish American man who was raised in a Zionist faith. Like, you have so many things to bring to it, and you can't help but bring it up.
Is that platforming Richie Torres? But I don't
believe in the platforming thing. I don't believe in that
platforming thing is crazy.
No,
to me.
I don't believe in it. But
it's like Gavin Newsom. People are saying I platform Gavin Newsom. Is like he would be on TV. Like
but one could say. Sorry. Go ahead.
Sorry.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I think it's different. We know that between us, the reason why we don't want politicians on is we're not really confrontational people who are gonna like ask like at the end of the day we want people to be comfortable.
Yeah.
And so there's certain
things
things
it's not fun
we want it to be fun, and so if we had like a fun liberal politician that loves like droning bombing the Middle East,
it wouldn't be funny though.
It wouldn't be it wouldn't be funny, and it wouldn't be fun, and then it's just a picture of us smiling with them, and it sucks. It gives me an icky feeling later.
The thing is that they're such freak leaks though. That's why it's funny.
It's funny,
but you're good at it.
It's funny because I'm good at dealing because I'm good.
You're okay with being uncomfortable. I'm not as good.
You make them look good though.
Yeah,
whether you like it or not.
Trying to no, I just want to see like. Why are you writing a book about the fact that like actually I'm a loser and I'm looking at you and you're 6'3" in a smoke show? I'm like yeah. Like why is that what a politician's doing right now before he announces he's running for president? He's like, actually I'm illiterate and I was a fucking loser growing up, and I'm like. But like you're also just like, first of all, that's offensive. Like you're sitting next to me and like you look unreal.
I'm sure we can get the high school photos. You're fine.
Second of all, we didn't, like I said it to him, it was like we didn't know fucking Franklin Roosevelt was in a wheelchair. Like why are you like, I told him, I was like, you're doing like Jewish comedy where you're like my mother and my analyst and like why is that like a requirement of public life now?
Yes,
that was the interesting thing to me.
And that's all funny and interesting.
It's weird,
but he would love when he decides to do something overseas that's horrible, or when he decides to walk back trans rights, he would love for the main conversation to be, you're right, I'm kind of shit on myself, but I'm pretty handsome. And that's the problem that I struggle with, where you're right, that is an interesting conversation. That is funny. But then they want that. Any politician would love for the conversation to be how charming they are, or silly, or
why
goofy.
he's running, and he's like, I don't know.
Yeah, he
I mean, I don't know if that bodes well for him. I was like, I said, what? Like, if you say vote for me and then you get X, as like a transactional kind of agreement, what is that thing? And he's like, I don't know. And so I mean, it's just like that's really, I don't think that this is like. Platform, whatever. I mean, what he's really gonna have to do is convince people that a California Democrat is nationally viable.
Yeah.
Right, and I don't know. I was like, where I do push back is just like in ways where like I see them being a freak leak, and I'm like, you're not being like, just be normal. Like yeah. Because effectively, like if you think about the Richie Torres thing, right, like. He exists in a world where this is a viable conversation to have, right? Where I say baby shouldn't get blown up, and he's like, baby should get blown up, right? And I am existing in a world where I'm like, bro, like you're like, this is not even a conversation, right? Mm-hmm. And he exists in a world where it's like we can debate the facts behind like baby should get blown up, and so. He already is ill-equipped to like even enter that conversation because in just a basic normal person sense, he doesn't exist in the real world, right? Yeah. He exists in like DC where that is a viable opinion to have, that baby should get blown up, right?
Yes, but why did you bring up that? You brought up that topic, right?
Well, it's his thing. It's all he tweets about.
Of course. I think there's that thing where it's like, would it be a Woody Allen guest? It'd be like, well, why would you not bring up that?
I'm not saying I wouldn't bring it up. Yeah, of course I'd bring it up.
You'd bring up his pedophilia charges?
Yes, of course.
Yeah?
Part of his life. Yeah.
Sure.
He was under investigation by the state of Connecticut for molesting his child.
If he gave the regular spin of like, yes, we was a divorce, it was painful, but it was made up, it was all fake.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, then I'd be like, do you understand that like there's
This is
that
fun
people
acting.
culturally.
I'll be Woody. You interview
Okay,
me about
yeah.
my pedophilia charges.
Should culturally speaking, like that's what you're thought of as, right? Do you think that
it's unfortunate.
yeah?
You can't control what other people think.
Does
I just
that
keep making
as
my
a
art.
human being? Does that torment you, or is that something you're
Sunyi,
fine
could
with?
you answer for me?
Joe, she's there too.
Come on,
She's
do
there
it.
too.
Do Sunyi.
Okay.
It does. At a certain point, I let go. I can't control what other people think.
Yeah, but like literally that one thing. I mean,
Well, when you
it's the
didn't do
worst thing.
something,
It's
you
the
can't
worst
be-
thing you could be, right?
Of course,
Like
that's
if
why
Tony
it's
Soprano
used.
was a pedophile, right? No one would be like, "Oh, he molested that baby," but that's what the boss has to do. We watched Tony Soprano kill 1,000 people, and like we were like, "That's what the Don has to do." It's worse than killing people, right?
Yeah, I think
molesting a child,
And
right?
I think he'd go like, "I've never seen The Sopranos." You go, "You've never seen The Sopranos," and then we would have completely moved on from the pedophilia charges.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I think he said that he hasn't seen Sopranos. I think he has said that. When he had a show for Amazon come out, he's like, I don't know what Amazon is. He's like, I don't know what it is. He's like, I don't I watch the Knicks and I go to sleep. And I go to an island. My friend has this private island and his own plane. And he's funny. He's one of the funniest guys.
I think
That's the thing we find out. Jeff Epstein was really funny.
the same way that some people would feel
I
crazy.
know. I would also ask him about it, like knowing Jeffrey Epstein, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't pull punches to protect Woody Allen, but it's just like how it's like, that's.
But
totally
like
you
when
should
Bill
ask
Maher,
that.
I saw one clip from the Bill Maher where I think he did
You
touch
did
it,
see
and
clips.
just clips.
We should watch the whole thing.
I'm never watching
We
a
gotta
full
watch
episode of
the
Bill
whole
Maher. I
thing.
cannot.
You have
stand
to. You
Bill
have to
Maher.
watch the
I
Bella
can't
Thorne
do
one
it.
where he's like he has a claw and he's like getting closer and closer to touching her. It's so terrifying. The red bar reaction to it is unreal.
I just can imagine people at home, either they're victims of pedophiles or it's the literal
That's
people
the
that
question.
they would
That's the question you
feel
have
the
to have.
same. They would feel that same pain that you were talking about like people feel with like Zionist politicians of like, am I going crazy? Like everyone's just
I think
talking past this
if
thing
he
that clearly happened.
If he shrugs off something that's that egregious in a bizarre way, I would clock it and I would push back on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and also it's just like, yes, if it's like, let's live in a world where where it's all false, right? Like, wouldn't that ruin your life, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and like if he's like talking about it like in a nonchalant way, then that doesn't track as a human response to something, right? Like,
Yeah.
So like I think that's
I think in a
kind of
world
what-
it's like
the way
you
I would
bel-
do it. I didn't book Woody Allen. He's not on the show. I mean, I'm in trouble for not even booking a guest.
You're gonna have to issue an apology.
You bastards. Because first of all, I'm not even
No,
in the podcast space. I'm in the talk show space, and you're trying to take me down. You Zionistically take me down by running some sort of psyop.
I just think like
You're the one that was so excited about bombing Iran before the show started.
Yeah.
I did it. He's not on the show. I mean, it is an interesting conversation to have. Yeah.
I just think what's so interesting is you
Yeah.
present nonchalance. What's interesting about your show is you present nonchalance while increasingly booking some of the most powerful people in the world. And it's
Yeah, but they're like losers.
It's like,
they're all losers.
but I know. Sure.
Wait, have you met them? Like,
I have met a couple of the people.
okay, independent of Liza, if you meet someone, would you like? Like, is there like how many people on Earth are like that? Because you're doing well in your career. You've met a lot of famous
Yeah.
people.
Who's someone that you would be?
Because like, I feel like you're similar to me. Like when you meet a person, it's just like whatever. It's
Yeah. There's just a couple people out there. But I'll say
when I saw Dice at the stand once, I was like, oh, it's him.
that's humiliating.
I didn't talk to him,
That's humiliating.
but it was like, whoa.
because the Dice
It's
thing
like a
was
cartoon.
was a character.
Of course,
That
yeah.
he's
It's just
a Jewish guy.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
Oh my! I can't. And then there's one of
What,
his
a Jewish guy can't be cool like that and have and have some thoughts about the
Imagine
ladies.
you took one of the characters from your last
A Jewish guy
SNL
can't
tape.
do nursery rhymes about some doing a sex crime to a woman.
How many can you do? Hickory dickory dock. This bitch was sucking my cock.
I saw him do an hour at the stand. He closes on the nursery rhymes. The whole audience knows it like it's a concert.
Oh,
One day he's gonna do it, and it'll be the first show he's ever done where no one in
No
the
one
audience
knows it.
knows what the
Have
fuck
you
is going on.
Have you listened to the day the laughter died?
You know who's dude?
The Rick Rubin
Jesselnick
produced?
said like that's one of the best albums to
It's
listen
unreal.
to. It's at Dangerfields. He just recorded it
It's
randomly.
after
one
his
night.
downfall, and he's walking half the room. It's just like it is. It's real. Something. It's art. It's like
What
there's
makes
a
it
lot
art?
going on.
Because I can imagine.
It's not just some bullshit
I can
stand-up
imagine being
special. It's like
60
this guy that's like, that was selling out Madison Square Garden from like being like Broad should get shot in the head. You're like, and then like he's now no longer like a big star like that. And it's like Sopranos, right? It's like seeing cavemen interacting with the modern world.
Yeah.
Right? And that's
Is he bitter?
I mean, it's, if those fucking feminists didn't defame this innocent man.
I mean, he really dealt with the culture shift underneath him. Because
my
big
God.
part of his downfall was he was so homophobic, and the culture like shifted.
People stood up for gay people in the 90s?
That's he went on Arsenio
Yeah.
Hall. I believe Arsenio Hall was the one who was like, can you look it up? Arsenio
there
Hall.
one-
was there
early-
one big thing that
That's
stopped
early
him?
to stand up
Or
for gay
no?
people. We were letting them die of AIDS at that point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but he was.
But
he was
Arsenio's
actually
like this
verbalizing it.
Wait, he was saying let them die of AIDS?
He just joked about like, get them away from me. I don't want these AIDS. Oh.
That's kind of funny. That's a good bit.
In a meta way now, it would be like, oh my god.
Oh my god,
yeah.
he did a
It's
bit.
a time capsule.
He did a bit about Caitlyn Jenner. It was as if the last 30 years of culture never happened.
Yeah, yeah.
He was like, when you sleeping with her, a beautiful girl, you reach down the pants and there's a fucking tree trunk down there. And he's like, and then
God.
what happens? You make love to Caitlyn and you're doing Olympic stuff. What does it mean doing Olympic stuff? Yeah, it's just insane. I was like, what take is that? Is that she
Find out you're
transmits
doing a pole vault.
she transmits her athletic prowess to you if you make love to, and then it's just he said that Bruce had no choice but to transition because he was living in this self-imposed hell where he was just listening to black bulls slapping against asses. But his assumption was that all these professional athletes were fucking so loudly in his house with his
I thought they were running so
Kardashians.
fast
Oh
the
my
balls were
God.
swinging back.
No. He said
I see.
he was listening to black men having sex with the daughters. It made no sense. But it was like as if literally he literally came out.
By the way, I quit TV 5 years
he's
ago.
been in a coma or something.
I'm reading more books
He
for the last
doesn't
decade.
know who the president is. Like
Yeah.
it's just like it is like it's crazy. It's like it's 1981, and like I'm like it's crazy to hear anyone say any of this stuff. And like I'm like, what is this? Like,
Yeah.
it is such a to me that's like. I mean, it's. I
You know
don't
what he was great in, though?
baffling. It was so when I was
Blue
watching it,
Jasmine.
I was like,
Yeah.
yeah. He was good. At
He was good.
Yeah, he was.
Somehow
Blue
he
Jasmine.
found
I
that.
love that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
I love that
I remember
movie.
seeing it.
You know what's so great about that movie?
I can't.
No.
believe for
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
It's
One
about
more
someone
Woody
that
Allen
was
movie.
declassed, right?
Yes.
Right.
Always interesting.
So, like, my family, this happened to my family too. Like, when you lose all your money, it's traumatic, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it's the least sympathetic trauma to have.
Yeah.
Right. So no one's
a
gonna
good
be
point.
like, oh, I'm sorry, you're not rich anymore because your husband was doing subprime mortgages. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Can I tell you something?
So-
Mom, when my mom got divorced the second time,
Yeah.
you had to live in Maryland. You had to live under separate roofs for a year before you could file for divorce,
Oh.
which obviously gives power to whoever's making the money in the relationship.
Yeah.
But she was looking for a place, and had some amount of money. And I remember she showing me these places, and I'm like 18. It's a lot to deal with, but she showed me this one. She's like, I don't know. I don't think it's big enough for company. And I was like, Mom, we
Forget it.
gotta shift here. You gotta start this clock. It's not big enough for company. Yeah, that's going to be the reality for a bit. It's that. So your parents experienced that.
Yeah. I mean, when I was a kid, like, my
Did you experience it, or were you too young?
I was too young, so like but I think that like a wealthy person no longer being wealthy it's the least sympathetic trauma, and like that's what Cate Blanchett's character, that's what makes it so amazing, is that she has to go back to her family who's working class, and everyone's like, shut the fuck up, bitch.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're not rich anymore because your husband's the criminal, got in trouble. Oh, boo fucking who. And then she's like losing her mind because she can't take it.
Yeah.
She's like addicted to being rich. She's like, and I don't think I've seen a movie or anything like explore that
My dad
character,
lost
and it's
a
such
lot
an
of the-
interesting character.
in the .com. My dad like retired in his 40s, and then put a lot of money into stocks, and the .com bubble burst or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think the most fitting metaphor for it was we had a Ferrari in this parking area, and like, my dad would drive it every once in a while, and then like once he lost all the money, Ferrari went bad. The dog was eating the wires, and it was just like this increasingly rusting thing.
Yeah.
This once beautiful blue Ferrari just sitting there broken.
Yeah.
And it was such a metaphor of like the thing that he
wouldn't
once had.
sell it.
No, he's crazy.
He's
But
crazy.
he dreams someday
Have you
I'll have the
seen,
money to.
Elaine May made a film, A New Leaf, with
No.
Walter Matthau. Yeah, but it's about this guy who's like a trust fund guy, and he finds out he's broke. Like, and he's like, what am I gonna do now that I'm not rich anymore? And he's like, it like transcends sexuality. Like, he's not even gay or straight. He's just as rich. You know, like it's just and like and then his butler's like, you have to do what anyone's ever done in history, which is to marry rich. Right?
Yeah.
So he goes around trying to find like an heiress with no money or no family, and like so that he could get married to her and then kill her.
Yeah.
And
wow.
and Jeannie Berlin, Elaine May's daughter, plays this, and then they fall in love. It's one of my favorite movies.
Yeah.
But it's the funniest character too, because it's just like, like my money. Like, it's just like no one is gonna give a fuck about you ever, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Did your parents like have any of that, or did they?
oh yeah,
accept-
my parents my parents my dad was an architect. He built houses in the San Fernando Valley, and then I don't know if you know the savings and loan crisis. Charles
fully.
Keating, it was under Bush.
Okay.
One. It was he hates the Republicans. We hate the Republicans because of this.
Yeah.
But the market was wiped out, and my dad was like in the middle of developing like houses in the San Fernando Valley. I mean, it wasn't, it's just like it was just a matter of like corruption in like DC. And
Did they ever get back to financially where they wanted, or was it always like, I miss those days, or I wish we had a bigger place?
Yeah, my dad started Facebook in like 1996.
My God.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
Have you been on there?
Wow.
Have you been on there?
I still post there now.
Yeah.
I just got on there.
Yeah.
You check it more often than me.
Yeah.
And you share horrible things from
horrible.
Well, it's all
people
from
you know.
freaks from high school.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. They're like my little boys.
My little boys, my little girls. Yeah.
I kind of don't track them anymore, but like just when I moved here, I started stand up in DC and just seeing like local comic beefing.
Yeah.
On, like just on people's Facebooks. Like, you're no longer welcome at in my room. Yeah. Just,
it
like,
was
people
more.
hating
It was
each
more
other.
cover because it was more like your mutuals. You could have a fight with your community, without the outside world coming in immediately, like
my
Twitter,
small
which is just
hometown
this
still gets in
bloodbath.
fights there. Like if I go on, you'll see like there's small little family
But that's
fights
like
that happen there.
better internet.
Oh,
honestly.
it is.
You're
It
like
is.
beefing with people you know. You're not like yelling at fucking like Ilhan Omar or something. Like, right? Like, you're like just 12 hours a day yelling at Ilhan Omar. Like, yo, this bitch is gonna see it. She's gonna see my comment where
It's
I'm like,
It should be my
it's a
neighbor's a
little more-
bitch, and
you're
I'm
a
going to see her
Muslim
tomorrow.
communist. Yeah,
It's a
it
little
should be
more
like,
pure.
You're a fake friend. You went on vacation without me. Now I'm seeing all these pictures of you guys in Cancun.
Yeah.
Like,
also, people there still. The weird thing about people there will still post family photos and like the faces. That's the weird thing too. Then sometimes on Instagram, you're like they're posting their kids, but their kids have the they cover their
Yeah,
kids'
yeah, yeah.
faces. I was like, then you don't get to post it.
Just don't post it, it's weird.
What do you want to show us? The body of it's very strange. You know, just don't post it.
My
Can
Canon-
we cut? We're gonna have to cut this. You
I've
have
seen
to
those.
like it though. You gotta.
You
like
have
that.
to.
You have to like.
You
that.
have to.
What are you gonna not like it?
Well, that's why they made the sad version of liking, because
Yeah.
they said we need more
The
feelings.
sad?
Yeah, you could do. They added that during COVID, I
But
think,
then
because you
thumbs
couldn't like
down?
grandma's dead. No, there's thumbs up. There's angry. I don't know if there's thumbs down. But
It's like
there's angry.
emojis. Yeah,
I know
people,
this
like,
eccentric
crying
guy
and
in my
angry.
life that he only ever responds with "wow" because he doesn't want Meta to know how he's feeling about anything. Really. Like he doesn't want them to know if he likes it or if
Fighting
he's
the
sad
man.
or if he's angry. So
One
it's always
emoji
like,
at a time.
wow.
The government.
Like it's just
The government.
That's every ad's like we think you
Wow.
might
That
love.
guy's a sovereign citizen. That guy does citizens arrests.
I think, but so it was obviously social media was better if you knew whatever you said about other people, you were going to have to see them that year at some point.
Yeah.
That's why being away on the road for so long, I haven't been to the cellar in over a year.
Yeah.
And I walk in and I'm like, there's 4 people I don't want to see, and because I was away for so long, I just got too confrontational.
Yeah.
You
What,
know?
you beefed?
Yeah.
Yeah, beefed.
What'd you do? You're no longer welcome in my room.
A couple beefs, nothing. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I like that actually.
I think
Because
it's
a
good
lot of
for-
it's cowardly, where people are just gossiping like after someone's there.
Yeah.
People should just be like, "Fuck you" a little bit more.
I agree. I just have to fight that feeling that I have of cowardice, where someone comes up and I think it's like that feeling of like, no, say, yeah, I thought what you did was shitty.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, hey.
Yeah.
sorry.
Why not?
No, it's just I was trying to grow that backbone.
Yeah.
37.
It's fun.
It's fun. It fills me with anxiety.
Really?
It's the discomfort. We both have this.
Yeah.
For me,
It's from my
if
family, I think.
if someone like gets in my face, or if someone messes with, like, if someone were to say something to Tovah, I'll go to 11, and I'm very more comfortable than most. I'll fucking scream. I'll fucking go all out. But that middle ground of like, hey, yeah, I don't like you. That's where I feel uncomfortable.
Oh, I'm uncomfortable with like, can we talk later?
Okay.
Just like tell me now.
Yeah.
What am I going to sit around all day waiting for? Can we talk later? What about what? Can we talk?
But what gave you
Just
that
say
comfort
the
with
thing.
discomfort with your family?
Because my family is like, if there's a thing, you say the thing, and we yell, and we call each other Hitler, and then it's over.
Yeah, a lot of Hitler.
Oh, call you every time is call each other Hitler. I love that. That's our thing.
Do you think Nazis did that like underneath Hitler, like as a compliment?
Yeah,
They're like, oh my God, you're being
like
you're a real Hitler today.
Yeah.
God, you're
Yeah.
a real.
You're a grammar Nazi, which means you have good grammar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if you're being,
They love feminists, actually.
Grammar, yeah.
you're being a feminazi. Yeah,
Yeah, good for you.
like Ava Brown. Yeah.
Let's go on to our next segment. This has got to stop.
This has gotta stop.
This
Well,
where
can we talk later? There we go. We got,
Yeah.
There you go. That's the one. Yeah.
if you join the Patreon, you can submit your own. This has got to stop. Ty, can you read our Patreon submitted? This has got to stop.
Yeah, this is from Faye. This has got to stop. When anyone in a movie/show talks in a microphone, there's feedback every single time. We get it.
I get
It's
it.
a microphone.
Oh,
It's not bad. I mean, I kind of you gotta stick with it. Sometimes there's like tropes in cinema.
Yeah.
Like,
But
like
some
when
tropes-
you go to China, then there's a gong.
Yeah.
How else would I know you're... Why did they do that? That was so racist. Yeah.
Where did it?
There's a gong? No, was that what it was like on tour or no?
Yeah, it was wild.
Yeah.
Every new room I walked
You
in.
got off a plane?
Gong. I don't. Is that even Chinese or is it Japanese?
You don't know.
Where's the gong? We had the Gong Show.
The Gong Show.
Was the Gong Show? Did it have an Asian flavored like a faux?
Oh, most certainly it
Oh,
did.
yes.
But just the gong, or was there more?
No, more.
What's
You could be in a Philharmonic orchestra being gong?
Yeah, could there be a gong?
No,
in
I'm
an
saying
orchestra?
that there's a guy who's just like, he's
Yeah,
this,
he plays
and then
the
he
gong.
just sits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's usually
Sometimes
they
he
play
does the
10
little
other
bells.
drums.
Oh,
too.
he's doing other
He does the little like
percussion.
chimes too.
Oh, okay. So,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, he's not just waiting the whole time. There's this.
Sometimes, but other times.
That's awesome. It was the easiest job.
The feedback thing, I get it. I will say the thing that is real is every time you do a mic test, you go 1 2 1 2, and even if you want, I remember there's time I was like, I'm going to do something different, and then you go, I don't have anything.
I say check, check.
Check check check
Yeah.
check check.
Check, check.
Sometimes what I had for breakfast, I'll do that.
If the feedback thing is bothering that person, then just get a life. Okay, why don't you make a movie?
This is kind of a segment where we lead into
After every
whatever
discussed
small
topic.
thing.
I'm
okay,
offended.
well, stop.
Another feedback thing.
That some comments are like, God, he
Grow up.
complained
Watch
a lot
the
this
fucking
episode. I'm
movie.
like, well, it's called the complaint
Do you
show.
know how much money that movie cost? And they had craft services and stuff. And now you're crapping all over the Foley artist. Grow up. Grow up.
This has got to stop. I don't like it when food places, their like mascot is like the animal that you're eating there, and it'll be like, I saw a lot in Japan
like a
of like an
chicken.
octopus
Yeah.
holding the stick with the octopus on it,
yeah.
and I just go, I don't like to think about. I don't need to see the like anthropomorphized version of the thing I'm going to eat.
Yeah, with a
holding the
cute
thing I'm gonna
face.
eat.
Yeah.
Like. I did like Chick-fil-A's. They did that thing for a while where the cows like eat more chicken.
Oh, it's their whole thing.
But do they serve burgers there?
They also serve queers, that's for sure.
No, they just serve chicken.
Just chicken.
No. The original location does actually serve burgers in Georgia.
That's fucked up.
Thanks
That
for
is
keeping
fucked
us honest on that
Thank
one.
you so much.
I'm here to help.
That's how they say where they're like, you're like, first they come for the Jews, then they come for this. That's
Yeah.
what they should have said to the cows.
First they come
Like you
for-
thought they were stopping at the chickens.
Yeah. But they
go,
started. It
"I'm
sounds
in the
like they
mood for a
started with the
different
cows.
Yeah, but you know what? A chicken isn't a guy. A cow is a guy.
That's true.
A pig is a guy.
A chicken's a woman.
A chicken's an idiot. No. I mean like a person.
Okay.
A chicken is just not that's not a person.
I got you.
A cow is a person. I mean, and I eat it, but it's wrong, right?
Yeah. Oh, it's wrong.
Well, I was
A
just in
chicken
India
is a
where you're not
moron.
eating any cows.
A
No,
fish is a moron.
let's hope.
Let's hope.
Not like a beautiful dolphin. I'm saying just a dumb.
Not like a whale.
Yeah,
They're brilliant.
like pigs know they're alive and stuff. That's really mean.
Pigs really do know.
If you know you're alive and then we kill you for food, that's so mean.
Yeah.
I eat it, but it's still wrong, right?
Yeah.
A chicken is a dipshit, an absolute idiot. What is it? Chickens like? What are they going to tell you a wise lesson?
And what's upsetting is the idiots don't taste as good as the smart things
I
in
like
my
chicken.
mind. I mean, I like it, but I'm just saying
It's not as good as steak.
it's
or
not as good as steak
pork.
or a pig.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that was an old microscene bit way back
Is
in the
it?
day.
Yeah.
You remember this one?
No.
He said, I
so
believe, I don't want to misquote it because it's racist.
So
I don't want to be.
he's
I want to
so
be racist
funny.
in a way where I'm quoting, not a racist that
Yeah,
shows my own
yeah.
true
We'll look
colors.
it up. Someone look it up.
It was something along the lines of like, yeah, if it's smarter, it tastes better.
Yeah.
Quote unquote, can you imagine what a Chinese boy tastes like?
Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It could have been Asian writ large.
I can't imagine. It must be
He has.
incredible.
It was one of his Conan sets. It has that one. It has the worst pedophile. He's
I
talking
love
like they call it the worst pedophile,
Uh-huh.
and it's like he sounds like it was the best pedophile.
Oh, yeah.
Worst
Oh,
would
that's
be
a great
like,
bit,
hey
yeah.
kids, do you want some
Yeah.
vegetables? It's one of the.
I love his joke about the pyramids. He's like, imagine having a slave and it's a fucking Jew.
Oh, shout out my Christine. Adam Diva, this got to stop.
The glass for water is too small at restaurants. It's getting smaller. You know what I mean? They're giving you a thimble at this
Thimble,
point.
yeah.
Just every restaurant, big gulp.
Big
gulp.
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
gulp.
Leave the picture on the thing.
Okay, actually, no one feels me on this. My girlfriend's brother has a restaurant. He's like offended by this. Okay, I don't like the "how are you enjoying your meal" because I will never tell you if it's bad. I could be at a crap poo-poo restaurant. I'll be like, it's fine.
I agree.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Agree.
What am I? What am I like? What am I gonna take my cell phone camera out and be a Karen or like?
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna be like, it's fine. Whatever, dude. Leave me alone. I don't like the check-in.
And they don't. If you said it's not great, they don't go.
Have you
Okay,
said-
don't worry.
you've
We can
never
order
said
from
that. Have
somewhere
you
else.
said that?
I feel like my dad could probably. I can imagine
My
him saying,
family
like,
complains every time.
yeah.
And
Do
that's
they?
why I hate it.
Oh.
What would your family say? They go, it's a
They'd
little
be like,
salty.
the steak's a little tough or something.
And what is the waiter? The waiter goes,
What is the
"I've never-
waiter gonna do?
My
I've never.
God.
It's like when someone says, "How are you?" and you're like really depressed. Actually,
Oh, my-
and you're like, "Oh God."
But it's just also like it's inefficient because like if it's a full restaurant, the waiter's running around. Don't make an extra trip,
yeah,
Yeah.
right? Don't make a fucking extra trip. Like give me a big enough water glass. Deal with the other place and say, what do you want, and then you give it. And why drink then food? Why 2 trips?
Yeah.
just say, what do you want to drink and to eat? And I write it down. You bring it back once, and then you and then you do the credit card machine.
It sounds like you just want your parents specifically to have
No,
as least interaction with the waiter as possible.
No, the laborers.
For their
I'm
sake.
talking about the laborers and their. It's just like a little bit of a song and dance. And I love that. It's always like a out of work actor. And how are we enjoying our meal today? Yeah.
I don't like.
And how are we enjoying our meal today? Yeah.
Okay, so when you're with your parents and like that, are you the type where you're like, stop it? Or you
My
just go
sister
too
does
slow?
because my sister's
Like the
worked
Nazis
in a
with
lot
the
of
menu.
restaurants. My sister does. My sister gets really upset about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's her. That's her battle to fight. Mine is about the occupation of Palestine. That's my battle to fight with my parents. My sister's is stop saying this. Stop complaining about the food. And it's always that guy who's so nice. You can tell he's so nice, and he's at work and he's putting in the extra effort, right?
Yeah.
Which is like, if I'm at that, if it's my job, I'll be like, you think it's good? All right, like, yeah. And then like my dad's like, actually, it's not. And I'm like, stop! This guy doesn't give a fuck about you or this restaurant. He wants to shoot you in the head. He's gonna spit in our dessert.
Stay on script. He doesn't have any lines
Shut
for this new
up.
scenario.
In this day and age of anti-Semitism, tone it down. Tone it down.
Let's go to our final segment.
You better count your blessings.
So we're saying one thing that we're thankful for, and it can't be Woody Allen. And that's always been the rule. It's not specific to this one. Russell, what's your blessing?
No, you go first.
Fuck, what is this, a new thing?
Yeah.
Jesus
I'm
Christ.
allowed to switch up the order.
My blessing, it's a posthumous one. My dear friend who's alive.
Oh.
I didn't phrase it
God,
as well.
Jesus.
My dear friend who's alive.
Posthumous?
Lindsay Elizabeth Hand. Her dog died. Her dog that she's had. I believe. It's 12 or 15 years, but something
15.
along 15. And Aries, rest in peace. So long that she sent me a picture. 2016, the day after Hillary lost, when I was a little different politically.
By the way, yeah.
I was very upset, and I must have gone to her house as I was wont to do, and it's me like red-eyed holding Aries.
Oh my God.
And I thought it was beautiful. If we can let go of all the actual politics behind it and just go the moment in my life. I knew this dog well. And,
I'm assuming you're working on your dead
The
dog song.
comforted you about Hillary. The dog comforted
After
him.
my dog died, he made a song about my dead dog.
Was it nice?
No, it was like it was a new segment that was, "Hey Russell, how is Hennessy doing?" And that was the name of my dog.
New segment. How is your dog, Russell?
Hennessy died on Thursday.
How is your dog, Russell? Well, that segment is over.
And so I'm confused at your different posture
Well,
for
Lindsay
this
and
dog.
I had a podcast. I would do a funny prank to her too, and she wouldn't like it either.
my God.
Russell, not our new set.
Speaking of mean songs, my friend said that his friend in high school, his dad came out of the closet to the family on Father's Day, and his
That's a good.
and his friend.
You can't be mad. You can't be mad. You can't be mad.
No, his friend was pissed, right?
Yeah.
He's like, "But you, my fucking dad's gay," and he's like, "I'm coming over." And my friend, apparently on guitar, like improvised a song called "Shades of Grey." That said that love isn't black or white, but it's shades of gray. But clearly, like, his friend is like, he's an adolescent boy. He's like processing his father's, sexuality. Yeah. Like, you don't want to think about your parents having sex, and then like he's pissed off, and he's like doing this comforting song, and it's just like, it's so mean. And I said that, I was like, "You're so mean, dude." And he's like, "What? It's like nice of me to write that song." I was like, you knew exactly what you were doing.
You don't have to think about your parents having sex ever again.
Yeah, I think about it all the time. Yeah.
Well, I like making jokes about other people's parents. Like, you think your parents are fucking right now?
Yeah.
Right now.
I hope so. My dad used to. Me and my sister have the same birthday. It's 2 kids.
Me and my sister too.
4 years apart.
Exactly.
Wow. Wait,
Exactly.
seriously?
Same
Are
birthday.
you older?
4 years apart. I'm older.
No fucking way.
Mhm.
You're the
Same
first
birthday.
person I've ever met like that. Oh, wow. Wait, what's your birthday?
Different dads, by the way, for me.
Oh,
Half-sister.
so you did it. You cheated.
August 20th is my birthday.
Oh, okay. Yeah, April 10th. But my dad used to be like, yeah, he'd like tell my friends, he'd be like, yeah, it's because she only lets me have sex once a year. And my friends would be like, oh, your dad gets no pussy. And I'd be like, I don't good he doesn't get pussy.
Your friends are like brag about how much
They're like, haha, what a
my
loser.
dad gets so much pussy.
And I'm
from
like,
my mom
loves sucking dick.
I was like, he doesn't deserve to have. She's an angel. I'm glad he doesn't touch her. yeah.
Russell's birthday is
April 20th.
Oh, nice.
Yep. And
Hitler. Hitler.
That's gonna be clipped.
That's good. Oh, we're gonna get killed in the comments for that.
And Columbine too was that
I
day.
know.
Yeah, a lot of things that day.
A lot of great things.
Yeah.
Day before,
Just so you know, we cut the section where we admired Hitler's paintings for about 35 minutes and
They're
talked
not
about our
that
favorites.
good.
No, they're not that good.
I-
George Bush's painting is unbelievable.
Yeah,
The early
yeah.
work, the naive work, unreal.
The
Have
naive
you seen
work.
them? When like in the shower and then the reflections in the opposite, he's like processing. Like he's trying to cleanse himself of his sins. Unbelievable.
Oh.
He's just being haunted by the ghosts of Iraqi babies.
Russell, do you have a blessing?
The early work.
The early work.
Let's see it. Pull
Well,
it
that
up.
was gonna be my blessing, but yeah, my blessing. Oh, our new set. This is our new. It's brand new.
Hitler.
Love it. I love this fake cactus. It's not real.
Scary. Yeah.
I'm going to change it one day, so when you do that, folks,
I love the curtains. They add a lot.
Yeah, we got curtains.
Yeah, I love it. So
we're going to add a section at where people can put fan art, and we'll change it every episode. We'll have a calendar so you can know when we recorded episodes.
Yep.
All sorts of stuff, but I'm really excited about it. Ty, did you find these pictures from Bush?
The ones in the bathroom.
Where he's in the bathroom?
The bathtub,
He's in the bathtub?
shower. Yeah. They're really. It's like, he learned how to paint afterwards, and they're way less good. But the early, like naive ones are like this
Yeah.
man. Yeah.
Is
This
is
one.
it?
Yeah. This one.
Oh.
Yeah. This is like
Open
this
one full
is
screen?
a
Zoom in,
man
I'm
who's
so blind.
haunted. Yeah.
Oh God. It's so
Oh
small.
God, it's
Great. You're
I'm
great
trying-
on
I'm trying my
computer.
hardest,
Yeah,
I
you're
guess.
great. You have one.
Okay.
job. Yeah.
Oh.
God.
Yeah.
I see what
And
you
the
mean.
rubber ducky.
There's a lot. It's so lonely.
like a little
There's
boy.
like there's something so lonely about them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then they're all about like cleaning yourself, like
Yeah.
cleansing yourself of your
Holy moly.
sins.
Wow.
Yeah. His depiction of Bush is right there. Then there's a reflection in the mirror. Actually, go back. There's another one where there's a reflection in the mirror. Yeah, here. Read this one. This one. Yeah. So he's looking in the opposite direction. Just scroll down. Scroll down. Yeah. So look at
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So yeah, his own reflection
Is staring at him, but
staring
he's
back
looking
at him.
away.
Yeah.
Wow.
They're fucking. There's something.
Shit, man.
Yeah, they're nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
they're
bet
really good.
I bet his wife was like, "Hey, start painting other people. I think you're telling a little."
He
too
started
much about
painting
yourself."
troops that got blew up.
Yeah,
Straight
yeah,
up,
yeah.
they got blew up. Why do I talk?
Well, it's your living.
Yeah.
Adam, what's your blessing?
My blessing. I don't know. I'm just my team at the United Talent Agency.
Mm-hmm.
Because the thing is, they're not just trying to make their 10% off of my talent.
Mm-hmm.
They're friends.
Yeah.
And I can call.
Whoa, that there is too much tea.
And we're back.
And we're back. I'm
Rarely do I have an
pretty-
edit
I'm
in the
pretty
blessing.
normal. 50, 60 years of consistent filmmaking. Who else?
That's
Who
right.
else could say that? No, you know what? It's like pretty. I don't know. Like I like my friends and my family, and I love doing the show.
Yeah.
And I feel really lucky I get to do it. It's
What's
like
the
really
dream
cool.
guest?
It's really cool that I get to think about the things that I get to do for. It's most people hate their job, and I'm the luckiest dickhead ever. Like that I get to do it. Yeah.
Last real question. Do you think anything shifted in you seeing the cultural blowback to people who had on Trump or J.D. Vance? Did anything change in your calculus of how you see?
Something changed in me.
Yeah.
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 I haven't told anyone yet, but I'll tell you guys. I got hard. Cut that. Actually,
No, we're not cutting that one.
That bombed.
No, it was
I
good.
got rock hard watching
I thought there was
Schultz.
more.
Schultz, Trump.
Trump.
When Trump did Nelk Boys, just fucking.
And Netanyahu did Nelk Boys.
When Netanyahu did Nelk Boys, that was just without. I climaxed.
Yeah.
It's an absurd world, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like in the middle, he's going to like promote the genocide in the middle. He's
Yeah.
going on a chugging and pranks lifestyle brand podcast to promote the genocide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like what? It's very trashy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very trashy world. Normally they'd go on the actual news to promote the genocide.
But no one's watching that.
No one's watching it. So
No
now
one's
they're
watching
going.
it,
Yeah. So now they're going on Call Her Daddy to be like, I've dated a lot of guys that wouldn't call me back.
They're going to start
Dude,
making
I was
the
in-
Nelk Boys. NBC will be the
I
Nelk
was in-
Boys Incorporated.
I was in Philly like 2 weeks ago at Helium. I said Netanyahu. I forgot what the point was in the joke, and some guy goes, "Woo, Philly." There's such idiots over there. Woo, Philly. Yeah. Yeah, he grew up around here.
Yeah.
Actually, dude, we got the fucking birds. We got Gillis.
First, Netanyahu.
We got Shane
And
Gillis.
cheesesteaks.
Netanyahu. We got a shit sandwich that it's never good. It's never good.
It's never good.
Guys, I've had a blast.
Where can people find you?
Just watch the show, the Adam Friedland Show on YouTube, and I'm on the road sometimes. And
Great. Russell, where can people find you?
At Russell J. Daniels, and we have tickets. We're going on tour. Downside Live.
Bunch of sold out.
Bunch of sold out, but there's still tickets for some. So see us on tour.
Charlotte, please.
Charlotte and Houston.
Come on.
Those two.
I don't know why.
Charlotte, Houston. You guys gotta get tickets.
Yeah.
You'll still be fine.
can you guys do like a song from a musical for me?
If you can tell us the song to sing, then yeah.
Sunrise Sunset from Fiddler.
Yeah.
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset. Swiftly go the years. One da 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 da.
Laden with happiness and tears.
What is this little girl I love?
It's the most moral army in the world.
If there are more people born after it started, it can't technically be a genocide because they had enough babies. So technically, if there's plus one person, even though we killed a bunch, if they had enough babies, it's not technically a genocide. And I know that makes me sound like a pedophile explaining the age of consent right now. I know that if you know the laws, it makes you kind of look guilty by association. But watch the Adam Friedland show.
This is the downside.
That was a Headgum podcast.